Today we will be doing the spring test for 2024 on my Montgomery dehumidifier. Haven't run this since probably September, October, somewhere in there. I picked this up toward the end of last cooling season for $5 on Facebook Marketplace. I think it's around 20 minutes away, which is not bad. And I ran over there and picked it up. They were very nice. Said it worked last time they used it. I think they said it was like 3 weeks ago from when I picked it up. And I brought it home, and sure enough, it fired right up. So we're going to be testing this today to make sure that it still fires up correctly. Guess I should probably turn the workbench lights on. Okay. So this light flickers really badly when you first turn it on, but as the ballast warms up, it should diminish. So this is what the bucket looks like on this one. It's the this kind. Really should be cleaned out. I didn't do anything to this. I just kind of used it as I found it. This is the float. It's got a styrofoam floater in there, and when it fills up, this red thing will rise, and it'll push a tip over switch, which is right there. This is not the original model that I wanted for my dehumidifier. I originally wanted one of those Kenmore Whirlpool ones with the buckets that always crack. I found this one first, and then over the winter I had an opportunity to pick up a one of those over at a thrift store, and I don't need 2 dehumidifiers for this house. I mean, it would help, but I don't need it, and I don't really have the space for that, so I opted to not get that one because I had this one already. Well, I could have sold it. This one is better made, and that's because these coils, the evaporator here, this is made out of aluminum or aluminium. People, it's funny. Some people will get mad if you say aluminium. It's made out of aluminium, which doesn't rust, which means these theoretically should last a lot longer, because rust is what causes these things to lose a charge over the years. The other reason why I opted to keep this one is because these buckets they're not known for cracking. This one is still in pretty good condition. It's just dirty, and I can clean it out. And because of the way this sits, it's more reliable. It's well supported, and there's not really any reason why it should crack. So I opted to keep this one because I think it's going to last a little bit longer. Not saying those Whirlpool ones are not well made. They're very well made machines. That's why there's so many existing still. But I think in 10-20 years, when the rust really starts to take over those machines, this one is going to be the one that still runs. I do like the design of those Kenmore Whirlpool ones better, as far as aesthetically. Because they have the 3 panels of wood, if you will, on the front here. And I just, personally, I like the way that looks better than just the straight down thing. It doesn't affect the performance at all, but that's just a preference in design. This is extension cord I put on it, but that's not the real plug. The real plug is right here. And it is still in perfect condition. Nothing wrong with it. It's not oxidized at all. No molded plug disease yet. I'm pretty certain this is a fairly low hours unit. It does need to be cleaned. I think we took a look at that in the initial checkout video, so I'm not going to show it today. But it's okay. There is this like one, it's not a nick because it didn't go all the way through, but it did, but it didn't get the actual wire. I'm not worried about it because there's no copper showing or anything like that. So we're gonna run this up. It has on the front control here. You can see it better now. We've got a time to empty switch, and then this is our humidistat. Seems like it's clicking on right around there. This might need to be recalibrated. It's not that humid in here. I don't know. I don't think it's got a continuous duty. I've never run it this dry. But it will take all the moisture out of the basement. So it does a pretty good job of that. This is a very reliable piece of equipment. And for $5, that's not bad. Not bad at all. So, with all that being said, if I can get the tripod to not like collapse, let's run this up. I didn't do this with the air conditioners, but since it's down here, I'm going to set up the murder a watt meter. Murder a watt. Murder a watt. Plug that up to my power bar over here, if I can actually do that. Okay. We have 120.3 volts. 120.2, so not a whole lot running right now. Forgot to check what this is rated for. This unit replaced a cheap one that my dad bought, I think 3 years ago, and it doesn't work. It stops after the first summer. It lost all charge, so I bought this not inadvertently for him, but for us to use, because I'll take this with me when I leave. It is model HMG 3176A. It's a 22 pints per 24 hours by the gold standard. It draws 5.0 amps, so 5 amps. The serial number is 670-6200-5935. Factory test PSI IG rating is 235 on the high and 140 on the low. So it's a what's the refrigerant? I think it's R12. It's R12 or R22. Yeah, refrigerant 12. So very good refrigerant. And I'm gonna set it like this. And when I start it up, I'll put the camera by the compressor, so we can hear that, and then I'll show the coil as it hopefully starts to get some condensation on it. So it should draw under 5 amps, because it shouldn't be at full load today. So what the heck? Nothing should happen when I turn it here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start the compressor. Oh, it's already freezing. All the way through. This thing is working properly. And the camera is crookedly. Whatever. That compressor started up with no problem. Yeah, you can see it's already freezing up, frosting up, not freezing up. And then if it's got a full charge, that should soon melt off and we should be good to go. That compressor sounded so good when it started up, and it hasn't run in like 5 or 6 months, so this thing is a quality piece of equipment. Not sure why the camera is so crooked. If I had a infrared thermometer, I would check it, but I don't. But it's really cold. And over here on the front, it's putting out some. It's not super warm yet, but not bad. Something's rattling on the front here. Not sure what it is. It's not super warm down here, so it's probably around 65 degrees down here. There is a warning. What does it say? Do not run compressor when it's below 65 degrees to avoid frost or buildup. So this may not ever unfrost. Because it's just not quite warm enough down here. I didn't think about that before I started it up. Even though the thing says it right on top. I could go get a heater. Yeah, this is so crooked. What the heck is the problem with this thing? It's like the top part of the tripod is all loose. This is ridiculous. Well, I guess I'll just hold it. Okay, I'm gonna go get a heater and see if I cannot heat this coil up a little bit. Okay, so now that I've had the heater running for a little while, you can see the frost has disappeared for the most part. Still a little bit up there. But pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Okay. So there was our spring test of this Montgomery Ward dehumidifier. It seems to be working properly, which is pretty good. So later this spring/summer, I will do a full clean and service on this unit, and it should be ready to go for quite a while. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.